Years back, me and a man named Patrick Parsons were having a talk on our phones, our cell phones. And we were talking about the women in our lives and the women they were using to manipulate us, you know. And I said they're either trapped or they're the trap. And my son Patrick said, I think they're the trap, Dad. And I'm like, it's not, my assessment was emotional because of the science and the surveillance and the people studying us, and we were connecting and having to try to come to terms with and understand people like Tom and George Custer and Major Reno and Nelson Miles and Geronimo and Red Cloud and people that are very self-centered and ambitious and want to be better than they are because they're jealous of people that don't try to be better than them. They just try to be good, you know. And if you've ever talked to a Crazy Horse or Little Hawk in prayer, boy, it's a privilege. Little Hawk was assassinated by his own people when he was 17 years old. Okay. But if you've had talks with Little Hawk, okay, who is half white, okay, his father was a white man, and his mother was an Oglala Sioux. Okay. He wasn't a Washington Redskin. That's Phil Cameron. I don't think Val Kilmer is really part Sioux, guys. I think they just make that up for Hollywood purposes. If he is part Native American, his grandmother was a Cherokee princess. Just kidding around, right? No, she liked to drink and sleep with white men. You are a Washington Redskin. Okay, sorry, it's funny, but it's very funny. I know. Okay, but this place is really cleaning up. It's not so much what you see around me; it's the floor. Okay, when the floor starts to clean up, and it gets more on the shelves and stuff, then we know it's getting there. You know, the floor is really cleaning up. The shelves are getting more organized. So this place is cleaning up. So eventually, we will have a basketball, cornhole, dartboard, dance hall barn, you know, for people to relax and enjoy this stuff. The main inspiration for me to do this was a man who's had a really rough time with government manipulation of his marriage and his family. His name was Justin Nail. Okay. And so I wanted to give him a place where he could come and feel that we're heading towards country and stuff like that. But it's really hard because this is a genocidal operations zone, and like right down there, you know, they sprayed some grass and weed killer on the grass, which puts out it stifles them and takes away the oxygen and kills the plant, and so there's this dry in your mouth from the poison, and it's literally like an oxygen killer. Okay, but the reason why corporations promote this, okay, is because you get a bigger yield on your crops, because less water goes to the grass and more goes to your pecan trees, so you get bigger nuts, and bigger nuts you get more money, right? And so, and just like all the hospitals of Providence and El Paso and stuff, you know, you do this, you get more money, you know, and when they mass murder the poor, it affects the people right there down the road. They're not rich, okay? They just get stuff at a government auction, and then they get a discount at Sam's Club, and they get you know, their barber tells them jokes, and they're the number one attraction in every supermarket parking lot. You're the real heroes. Thank you for your service, right? Okay, so they're just human beings that have been trained to be a consumer that thinks they're a trained consumer instead of a human being, and it's sad. And you can't really talk to them and convince them that they're wrong. Look at how you're living. Look at how I'm living. Yeah, you suck and I suck, but you look good doing it, right? Okay, Joe Basinski basketball compliments, right? Don't you love Basinski? I do. But I can't tell you if Rich Whitfer and Joe Basinski are still alive and what they're doing. I don't know. You know, Donald Trump can know in 20 minutes. Okay, Joe Biden, 20 minutes. Rich Whitford, Joe Basinski, pow, 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 okay. Mary Montalvo, pow, 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 okay. Steve Young, you know, his family business, within 5 minutes, and tell you all about who her marriage you know, who she divorced, who she had an affair with, who she did this, who, whatever. Okay. Steve Young can tell you all about it. Okay. Boy, Brigham would be proud of him. No, he wouldn't. Brigham would be pissed. Okay. Brigham Young would be like, "You're not like my boy Malachi. Rotten little son of a bitch. He must be one of those kids of those homecoming queen, prom queen mothers. Take a good, handsome, strong, hardworking black woman that doesn't want to end up with a daytime talk show, wants to live the Lord's Prayer, and then you've got a real wife, Mr. Steve Young, and you'll have a son like Malachi Young. He never existed. Yeah, I know, the Mormon church, you know. No, you're not a Kramer. Okay. All German and British. No Jew in this woodpile. Okay. Even though the nose says different, the nose says different. Well, my history professor at Arizona State University, yeah, he saw pictures of my grandma and I brought in stuff that mom had, you know. Oh my gosh, the cookbook, that's for Yom Kippur. That's just, oh, she's what they call a Moreno or a Morena. Okay, a dark Jew. Okay. Dark Jews that were Spanish that fled there from the Inquisition because they were going to be murdered, and certain kind German royalty people that were religious inclined and knew that these were people were descendants from Jesus and Ruth's family line and all this stuff. And so it was really cool. You know, he's real excited. They spent the whole semester trying to get me back to the fold, taking me to synagogue. You know, you're one of us. And finally, I told him, I said, "No, my mom's redheaded, blue-eyed, you know, Jean Rose, she's a stepchild, right? She went off and married the Britishers and the Scottishers and the Irishers and stuff. She's not a pure blood Jew, right? She's a muggle. I don't buy your God's chosen people bullshit. Okay. God's the infinite essence of all existence. Those that choose to have faith in God, okay, have chosen to be faithful to the worship of God and not be a product of egotistical we got the market cornered on God, tribal, sex, cult, egotism, right? Now, have you ever connected to, me and Patrick were talking about that trap thing. And when people get trapped in their egotistical perception by having sex, cult, tribal behavior with certain men, okay, they trap themselves with that man in hell, okay? So they use this woman, I'm led to believe the simple Sat Illuminati, and Scientology and all the rest of those assholes, okay, used a certain woman, Jennifer Lynn Lopez, okay, to trap me emotionally in hell, that this was my forever love and I couldn't have her because I just couldn't save her and get her out of hell. I'm not Imhotep and she's not Oksana Moon. No. The one person, okay, that the Temple of Set Illuminati, okay, has trapped and tortured the most, okay, and trying to torture me with Jennifer Lopez is Jennifer Lopez, okay. And I know Jennifer Lopez better than all the men that have sex with her, okay. Like Mark had kids to try to keep her in the marriage, just like, that's not gonna work. Right? If Jennifer is not happy, Jennifer ain't staying, okay. She ain't happy long enough, you can be unhappy with half your stuff. Well, no, because she makes more money than he does. But, you know, she's gonna have more time with the kids than you do, because she's got more money and can get better lawyers, right? So, no, I know Jennifer. You know, she ain't happy. She ain't staying. She's not. If I ain't happy, nobody's happy. If I'm not happy, I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to go do something that makes me happy. Let's go shopping. Let's go to Monte Carlo. Let's start a new concert. That's not working out. Well, then let's start a new business venture that makes me feel like I'm doing something that makes me happy. But that's her. Because the Temple Set Illuminati connected me to her, you know, and so I know her better than any guy that's ever had sex with her in her whole life. Okay, well, because I'm not interested in her sexually. She drives me nuts, and she's annoying, and I don't want to have sex with Alex Rodriguez. I don't want to have sex with Mark Anthony. I don't want to have sex with Ben Affleck. I don't want to have sex with Chris Judd. I don't want to have sex with Sean Puffy Combs. I don't want to have sex with any of the people she's had sex with. Because they're all arrogant, pretentious assholes that wouldn't stand up for the Lord's Prayer for one fucking day. They'll pretend to be people that are afraid of getting hurt because they try to love, but people are afraid of things they don't understand. Oh, look out, accountant. Oh, cantaloupes. Get the cantaloupes away from the guy with the high-powered rifle. No cantaloupe parties, son of a bitch, right? So, Earl, you're funny. I know I am. But I'm going to finish as much clean of this garage as I can. I'm trying to help you people. I always try to help people. They also connected me with Max and Emmy, and I really dig the Muniz kids. And Max has asked me many times, could you help with my mom? And Emmy gets mad, and she's like, yeah, it'd be nice if you could help with mom too, because I'd love to have a better relationship with mom. So instead of the corporation, it'd be mom. So I'm like, okay, I'll do my best, kids, but I love you. Whoa, I love you. Okay, guys, I love you, all right? I love them the same way I love my own kids, okay? And if I didn't love them the same I love my own kids, I'd be a failure as a human being, okay, guys? And you know how much I love Patrick and Natalie and Noah and Emily and Kate and Chrome, so you know what I'm saying? So hang in there, guys. Daddy's working, and he's real good at this because he's very humble. All right.